The last topic for today is going to be Death Stranding. We got a beautifully mastered trailer from Kojima, along with Norman Reedus's butt and
The new character, Norman Reedus' ass.
and Norman Red Ass, right? And also Norman Reedus's baby.
Norman Fetus, as fans have been calling it.
I saw people doing it. I'm just like, oh god.
Well, I didn't get to internet
God.
very much yesterday because I had, like I said, I had a personal thing to do. I had not heard that. What? Okay. Yeah, so we get this trailer again. Great music, great design, a lot of mystery. We're on this planet that could be Earth, could not be Earth. Nobody really can 100% tell. But we got Earth animals. We've got animals that maybe look like they're not from Earth, skeletons and things like that up on the beach. You've got these weird, ominous people flying in the sky around you. So people are a little confused. Does this have, if this is Norman Reedus, where's the big suit? Is the suit in the game? Kojima saying Ludens is not, like, he's a representation of Kojima Productions and not in the game. He's
Bullshit.
Exactly.
I know. I'm calling bullshit on that.
Bullshit.
Definitely bullshitting.
Calling bullshit on all of that.
Then he talks a little bit about like what the game is and how he's changing like his gameplay engine and things like that. So I'm definitely excited to see what we have. I'm definitely confused and like entranced in this trailer, like this cord connecting him to this weird cuts on his body. But I think he got the performance down pretty well. I was pretty skeptical. Norman Reedus is an actor, and he's in The Walking Dead. He's kind of stereotyped in The Walking Dead right now, and he did pretty good in this trailer. He's got a lot of emotion. The face capture, they did a lot of emotions in the face, and
It was so good that it had babies coming up to the TV and wiping the screen to try to wipe his tears away. You guys saw that picture that was floating around on Twitter? Yeah, I'm just like, oh wow.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. So, Young, we'll start with you. What did you think on Death Stranding?
Well, first of all, Kojima, that sneaky son of a bitch, what he did was he sort of went AWOL on social media before E3, so nobody even knew if he was going to make it to E3. He sort of, usually he'd be posting, like, pictures of him at the airport saying, hey, guys, I'm heading to LA, or he'd be posting pictures of food that he ate on his way there or whatever. He's been doing none of that, so a lot of people were like, oh, maybe he's too busy with the studio, what's going on? And then he makes an appearance in the YouTube Live at E3 show hosted by Jeff Keighley, and they do, like, a mini interview, and he has a shirt. He's wearing a shirt that says DS with, like, the little, like, inky strand kind of thing, like, which was basically death. He was teasing Death Stranding right in front of us. And then, that same day, he makes a surprise appearance at the Sony press conference. And at best, I was expecting him to be like, okay, guys, we're working on this game. Just wait for more information next year. Pretty good. Do you like it? Goodbye. That was the best I was hoping for. He actually had a full trailer to show. And that, nobody was expecting that. And, it looks, we don't know shit about what the hell's going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, WTF is the words that come to my head. But it uses one of two engines that Kojima's considering to use for his game. That's some information that came out recently. He's between two engines right now, and he used one of those for this trailer. So, and that's in-engine. It's not a cinematic cutscene. It's not like a CGI. It's not a Square Enix CGI, whatever. It's legit. Like,
just
it could
like
actually.
Phantom Pain.
Yeah, it could, exactly. It could actually run on a PS4. What we saw there. So, I think the game is gonna looks close to that. It's gonna look similar to that. Like we saw the style, the aesthetic that Kojima's going for, which is pretty bizarre because it's Kojima. And what we see in this trailer, it's very bizarre. Umbilical cords everywhere, like not just on the baby. You also see it on the sea creatures. The crabs that you see at the beginning, they have like little umbilical cords coming out of them. The whales, the dolphins stranded on the beach. We got the 5 monolithic figures at the end. Get a lot of 2001: A Space Odyssey vibe from it. I get a lot of Terminator vibe from it with the naked Reedus kind of like. And there's a video that I made recently where I show like a side-by-side comparison of the first Terminator when Arnold, comes in and he's naked and he's crouching, and then he gets up, looks around, and then there's a wide shot of him looking out into the city. It's near identical in the trailer for Death Stranding. The way it was shot is very similar to Terminator 1, so there's questions of is Norman Reedus the character, is he more than is he not human, or was he experimented on? Is he artificial somehow? God, so many questions, so many. My mind is just going to all these places. Like the fetus, the Norman fetus, a lot like the baby at the end of 2001, which marks the next evolution of mankind. That's how they did it in the movie. So is this baby like a result of an experiment that's meant to be the next evolution of mankind? Is there something special about that baby? And was Norman Reedus the father with a C-section mark on his, like, fuck, I don't know. I'm rambling now because
it's crazy. No, that's what that trailer did, is it made you think about all this weird stuff, which is cool because we don't even have a game. With like the Phantom Pain, we knew, it's a Metal Gear game.
Right,
we knew what we're getting into. Here, you can still speculate and you can still look at all this stuff, but we don't even have a title or a backstory. So I thought it was really good.
Well, the title is Death Stranding. We got a title. But we don't have. Yeah, you're right. We don't have like gameplay. We obviously, because Kojima hasn't even started working on the gameplay. They're still choosing an engine. That's just like a teaser, basically. So yeah, Kojima hinted it's going to be action, but he started talking about the rope and the stick. I don't know if you guys have seen those tweets.
Yeah, I saw those tweets.
Where, like mankind's first invention was the stick, and that was used to keep threats away. But the rope was then invented to keep things that are close to you connected. And so he wants a game where you can use the stick if you want, but he wants to explore how players can use the rope, like the equivalent of a rope versus the equivalent of a stick. So instead of using like guns and weapons, whatever the equivalent of a rope is, he wants to explore that aspect of gameplay. What the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, so a lot of questions.
Definitely. Rhoda, what'd you think of the presentation, man, in the game?
I don't know, like we like during that moment during the press conference, I think me and my friends that we were all doing the commentary thing, and we all had a moment of like losing our shit for a second there. Because like, he's not gonna be there. He's there. He's totally there. He's totally there.
I lost
the way they had him walk on the stage was almost like Michael Jackson,
like rock,
Billie Jean, like the lighted steps and shit like that. Even though he was walking just a little too fast for that, but
he did.
Seeing that trailer,
there you go. You're back.
Okay, cool. But yeah, it brought up a part of me that I hadn't felt with E3 and games from E3 in a long time, which is the mystery and just the idea of having to theorize and speculate about what this thing could possibly be. And like Kojima said, the things that they exchanged over Twitter about the game having the idea of the stick and the rope, for example, and the idea of connections and stuff like that, and bonds, for example. It leads you to wonder how all that's going to be connected in the game. And like he said, that trailer itself was an experiment. So everything we saw there might not even actually be in the game itself.
Right.
So there's a lot of that going around as well. So it's a part of me that makes me happy that I am a gamer, for one, and it makes me happy that I follow Kojima and all the games that he makes. And I think that Konami's got a lot to think about right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about Kojima. He like every other game I saw at E3, I was like, I know what this is. Oh, I kind of know what to expect. Like, I'm excited for this game, but E3 used to be like about surprises and about like, what is this? Like, what's coming next? Like it used to be about that, and now they're showing trailers before even E3, like pre-E3 trailers. So it's not even a surprise once E3 happens. With Kojima, you get that feeling back from the good old days where you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm excited for this game, but I don't know what it is, but I want to find out more. Like, that feeling of surprise and of awe and of just interest, and you feel like you're compelled for once by something you totally weren't expecting. And that's what I loved about that showcase. Obviously, it wasn't like my game of E3 because there's no game there.
There's no gameplay.
Yeah, it's just a trailer. But I mean, hell, just
you're surprised.
It gets your mind racing, which is a good sign.
Right.